Hello, this is Melissa Cole, Curator of the Oshawa Community Museum. Thank you for joining me today for December's podcast. Today, I will speak about a piece from another one of our extensive collections, our toy collection. Christmas is just around the corner, and even in the past, children would eagerly await the new gifts and treasures that old Saint Nick would bring on Christmas Day. However, their toys were quite different than the ones we know today. Toys in the Victorian and Edwardian era were made of materials such as wood, paper, or metal. Some common toys include rocking horses, dolls, trains, tea sets, and biblical-themed toys such as Noah's Ark. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, toys were typically handmade or crafted by local artisans. Children of lower-class backgrounds would typically play with basic toys that were found or crafted in the home by their parents or siblings. For example, a piece of rope could be used for skipping, a clothes peg might be turned into a doll, and rags stuffed with sawdust might become a stuffed animal to play with. Children of higher class background may have played with handcrafted dollhouses. With the birth of the Industrial Revolution during the 19th century, factory-made toys, including tin toys and mechanical toys, became available in nearby general stores and markets. Wealthier children had more toys to choose from, including train sets, toy soldiers, rocking horses, dolls, and dollhouses, and other popular toys were alphabet bricks, sailing boats, jigsaw puzzles. In many homes, children were not allowed toys on Sundays, except possibly a Noah's Ark, and that's because it was in the Bible. The artifact featured in this podcast is from our toy collection, and it is a cast iron train. Cast iron toys are resilient to abuse and versatile by nature. Cast iron was so named because it is made by casting, or pouring, molten iron into a mold. Assisted by the technological advances of the Industrial Revolution, toys made of cast iron eventually made their debut. Cast iron was a common toy material from the 1870s to World War II. It was ideally suited for mass production. The iron was cast in molds that could be used over and over again. Typically, early cast iron toys were decorated by dipping the pieces in a basic paint color and then adding hand-painted details. And this can be seen on the cast iron toys, such as this train that is all black and has some details in gold, red, and yellow. To produce a cast iron piece, a pattern maker would make a model of the item to be cast. Although metal patterns were made for continuous recasting of the small parts for a toy or bank, the main pattern would usually be made of wood. Pattern makers were often artists skilled in wood carving. When cool, the resulting piece of cast iron would be removed from the mold. If flaws or imperfections were visible, the piece would be melted down and the material reused. If the casting were a good one, the surface of the piece would be carefully finished and polished. Separate pieces would be bolted or riveted and pinned in some way, or in the case of many turn-of-the-century and later pieces, screwed together to complete the finished article. Because of the craftsmanship and hand labor involved, earlier cast iron products, especially toys and banks, were not cheap. Skilled workers took great pride in their work, and their craftsmanship is still recognizable in the pieces found today from that time period. I would like to thank all of my listeners over the past year, and I encourage you to join me again in 2013 for a new set of monthly podcasts. And I'd like to wish you all a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you.